Well, what do you want to do?
I don't know. What do you want to do?
I don't know. What do you want to do?
We don't know, do we, Molly?
Well, I guess we're the people who get to decide. So, do you want to keep doing it or do you not?
I do, but you know how I hate cold weather. When it's cold weather, I like to be by the stove as much as possible.
Well, obviously we're talking about our jug line out here, and we've been hit and miss on it since we moved it over here. Sometimes we bait the hooks and sometimes we don't. We've caught several pretty good fish. We've caught several little fish that we threw back, and we baited our line again last night, and I went out there and juggled things around on those jugs, and there's something bobbling up and down. So I know we have a fish out there. I have no idea how big it is, or whether it's a keeper, or whether it's a next year's model where we're going to throw it back. But I think we are going to move our jug line for a few more days and not give up on the process. I've really enjoyed it. I think old guy has enjoyed it too, but it could be that he enjoys it because he knows I've enjoyed it, and he's like that. Now we've stopped on this end by the dock. We've stopped kind of basically half of the jugs. We don't even bait them anymore because we never really caught much over here, and it's really, really deep right in here, maybe as much as 40 feet deep. Now this third one right here is the one, oh, there's one right here on this line. Not tugging very hard. It's really a very deep line, but I think it's going to be a small fish. Not a keep. Oh, his eyes have hurt really bad. Okay, threw him back, but this next jug, I saw it bobble, so I'm thinking there's a fish on here. If I can find where the line is. There it is. Yeah, it feels a little bigger, but I can see it down in there, and it's not big enough, so. See, he's not very big. And we'll check those others. Plus, there's some in between, but I'm feeling like there's nothing more. And that still has the bait. That's kind of unusual for that one to have the bait. So that's the end. That's where it's tied off over there. And where we're thinking of tying it off is right there. And there's a wild rose bush growing by that tree that makes it hard to get to. So instead of cutting down the rose bush is at that tree, but now he's thinking there's a small tree right there that's not far off the bank, and he thinks maybe we should tie to that. Now somewhere in here is a stump, very close, and stumps attract the fish. They're under, the stump is under the water.
We decided on where we want to move our line to, so later on today we're going to move it and use it for a few more days maybe. But we're getting close to winter. And when it gets cold, I want to stay home.
This is home.
It is, but inside the home.
One of these days I'm going to come out here into the middle of the pond and see if I can spot a lot of birds. Maybe bring a binoculars. Such a nice afternoon. We thought we would sit down and soak up some sunshine before we go out and move the trot line or the jug line and get things baited. This time of year the sunshine feels awfully valuable. I've always been amazed about how in the spring and the fall and the winter it feels so good. In the summer, how horrible the sun feels. You want to get out of it.
We're going to move our jug line a little bit, and we're going to take this end off of the post boat house and tie it to a panel right across that way. And then we'll go untie the other end, and I have a little extension here I can put on it and tie it on the south end.
Okay, I'm taking this over there to that. You're gonna walk around?
Yes.
Okay. I could probably just tie it to that panel that's over there. We used to have a fence, like a hog panel and cattle panel fence that went around our property this way because we used to have sheep. But that kind of went by the wayside.
I think you're gonna have to tie it out there before you can.
Okay, I can get there. That panel down in the water. We put that down in the water so that the sheep wouldn't go around the end. I'm gonna tie this off as short as I can here. Okay, that was a good square knot. Looks like it ought to go. Now I gotta get back out of here. Now we think the dam slopes pretty gradual out here until out in there in the middle it's really deep. So it's a little bit questionable about how deep we should make our lines right now. See him moving those, he's pulling them in there. What about taking it to that forked tree right there instead of way over there? That one beyond the spillway. That would kind of keep it closer to the bank all the way across the dam bank.
You mean that one?
Yeah. I kind of think that's right where we want it, actually. It seems like it's right along the bank of the dam. And that old rose bush, I think, is a pretty good hiding place for them. That seems like a good deal to me. Oh, the cat's over there helping him.
How's that look?
I think it looks real good.
Not gonna get in the bush there?
No, it's not up in the bush.
We're hung.
So this is the line. It does get pretty close there to that bush. It kind of goes around it, doesn't it? More than I thought it did. But the fish seem to like that bush, and I think we could catch something. If in the morning we feel like it's too much, we can move it back over there where we were originally talking.
Yep.
So now I'm ready to get some bait on, but there's one that's still baited from last night, so I guess I'll go ahead and leave that on there. Well, we got them all baited and set up for the night. Now we'll make this video include the checking of it for tomorrow. Well, the weather sure changed overnight. It got breezy and cooled off a lot. But duty calls. We have to go check our line and see if we got any fish on there since we moved it last night. With the setup what we have right now, we can't come out here like we could on that right there and pull it to see if we can tell if anything's on there. It's out in the water some. Yeah, I put bait on every hook that was out there, and we even added a line last night. You know, we had an extra line in here. As much as I don't want to, I have to stick my hand down in that cold water. That line's really tight. I don't know if that's good or bad. So I can feel something tugging, I think. Okay. Now we're up to the bush where I feel like there's a chance we could, but I've got to stay out of that thorny rose bush if I can. And now I can't because there's the bait's still on that, and I'm in the rose bush. And I think there's a line in between here. Yeah, there's one in there. And there's a fish on it. Okay, so I'm in the rose bushes here, and I've got a fish on the line, and I don't know what to do.
That help?
Well, the only thing is when I pull on it, it's gonna get me right back in the this feels like a pretty good fish. Man, it's cold. Okay, we're pulling this up, and I think it's a keeper. It's a really nice one. Well, it paid off to have this. Everything's cold, and I think I'm gonna try to stick this. There's a cat up in that rose bush. I hear it. It sounds, I can't see it. The cat. Oh, he's up high. Sound like he was down in the water. That might be the biggest one we've ever caught out here on this line. We need to take these pliers in the house and oil them up, and because they've rusted where they aren't opening easily. I'm gonna get it one of these days. I'm gonna hold the fish like this, and then we're gonna see if we can turn around, because we very well, man, my hand is cold. But I need to check that line right there. Jug, maybe I almost hope there's not another fish, because and there's not one there. So let's go on. Whether I want to do this anymore, because it's super windy, and it's like, well, it's not frosted. It didn't frost, but it probably feels like it's about 24, and I don't have it. Look at my hand. It's all red from being cold. I don't have any gloves. I can't have gloves out here because of the putting my hands in the water, but